Vanishing Folklore and Beliefs. The Old Town of Flies, from Tales and Legends of the Tyrol. Public domain reading, circa 1874. By Madame la Comtesse von Gunther. The Old Town of Flies. Where the village of Flies now stands in the upper Inn valley, on a sunny slope of the right bank of the river, not far from the Pontlas bridge, there used to be in times gone by a rich and magnificent city with splendid houses, strong walls, and gigantic towers, surrounded by deep moats and ditches. But the inhabitants became proud and haughty, and practiced all sorts of iniquities, devoid of any fear of divine punishment. They were constantly quarreling with the villagers of the surrounding hamlets, because they seized more and more of their ground, and robbed them wherever they could of their little cottages and farms. One day they commenced felling a large forest, which belonged to some neighboring farmers, who took their loss so much to heart that they nearly died of grief, for they had no chance of redress, as even the judges themselves were in terror of the cruel citizens. But there was still one just judge, who bends his head before no earthly power, and he brought a fearful punishment upon the guilty city. From a branch of the Venete Alps, a mountain fell upon the town, which it crushed together with all its inhabitants, whilst the surrounding farms remained unhurt. These peasants then became proprietors of the newly formed ground above the city, upon which they have planted young forests and laid down fresh grass. And now standing, the village of Flies has been built upon the tomb of the engulfed city. Vanishing Folklore and Beliefs.